Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. The Seattle Seahawks are always a team that, no matter what happens during the offseason, manages to keep us on the edge of our seats. This season, especially, they've been showing resilience, strategic moves, and a real desire to contend for that coveted playoff spot. And why not a deep run in the postseason? And right now, there's a move that might seem small on the surface, but could have huge implications for their upcoming games against teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're talking about the Seahawks signing Logan Brown to their practice squad. That's right, Logan Brown, a player with a very interesting background and a lot of potential, is now part of the Seahawks squad, ready to step up when needed. Brown, standing at 6'6" and weighing around 311 pounds, has had quite a journey since entering the NFL. He went undrafted out of Kansas, but his path has been anything but ordinary. Before Kansas, he spent 3 seasons at Wisconsin, where he showed a lot of promise. Unfortunately, his time at Wisconsin came to an abrupt end in 2022 after an altercation during practice, which led to his dismissal from the team. That was a tough setback for him, but he didn't let it define his career. He transferred to Kansas, where he really started to shine. In his second season with the Jayhawks, Brown played 11 games, and what's impressive is that he didn't allow a single sack or quarterback hit, a testament to his technique, strength, and resilience. Despite that impressive performance, Brown surprisingly went undrafted this year, which, considering his talent, raised some eyebrows across the scouting community. NFL.com actually listed him as the best offensive tackle not drafted, highlighting his potential and upside. A scouting report from NFL.com's Lance Zierlein described Brown as a swing tackle with a real chance to develop into a starter in the league. It's a story of perseverance, because Brown spent most of the summer with the Minnesota Vikings, trying to carve out a spot for himself. But he was waived on August 24 during the final roster cuts, a common story for many undrafted players fighting for a spot. After his time with the Vikings, Brown quickly found a home on the Cleveland Browns' practice squad. But again, he was released after Week 1, which is often the harsh reality for players trying to find their footing in the NFL. Now he's with the Seahawks, joining the practice squad along with another undrafted rookie, Amari Kite. Kite, who is 6'7" and 318 pounds, played at UCF and has already seen some action this season, being elevated for the game against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 4, which the Seahawks won 23-20, pushing their record to 3-1. This move is significant because it highlights how the Seahawks are continually looking for depth along that offensive line, especially with veteran Josh Jones sidelined due to an ankle injury. Jones, who signed a 1-year, $4 million deal with Seattle in free agency, had been the team's top backup tackle and saw some action in Week 3 against the Carolina Panthers, stepping in for Charles Cross in a crucial moment. His status for the upcoming game against Tampa Bay is uncertain, especially after he didn't practice at all last week. If Jones remains out, Brown could very well be called upon to step into the lineup. And let's not forget the importance of that game. The Seahawks face the Buccaneers this Sunday at 4:05 p.m. ET, a game that could have a lot of playoff implications. Tampa Bay's defense has been impressive, ranking 4th in the league with a total of 10 sacks and holding opponents to just 272.8 yards per game. Their pass rush is relentless, and their secondary has been disciplined. The Seahawks, meanwhile, are looking to extend their winning streak to 4 games, which would be a huge statement in the NFC West. The team has shown a lot of grit, especially on offense, where quarterback Sam Darnold has been doing a solid job managing the game, even under pressure. Speaking of Darnold, he faced some pressure against Arizona, getting sacked 3 times, but still managed to throw for 242 yards and a touchdown on an efficient 18 of 26 passing. That game-winning drive in the last seconds was a testament to his resilience, and it's clear that Seattle's offensive line needs to hold up better against a formidable Bucs pass rush. That's where Brown's potential involvement becomes critical. If Jones can't go, or if the Seahawks want to give their main starters some extra rest, Brown could be the guy stepping in to protect Darnold, to keep that pocket clean, and give the offense a chance to operate smoothly. Now, let's talk a little about his background because it really adds some context to why fans should be rooting for him. Brown was a five-star prospect coming out of high school in 2019, and his talent was evident from the start. He played at Wisconsin, known for their tough offensive line play, but his transfer to Kansas proved his resilience and adaptability. In his second year there, he was a standout, not allowing a sack or quarterback hit, earning second-team All-Big 12 honors. That's no small feat for anyone, especially for a player who faced so much uncertainty and adversity early in his career. His size, strength, and technical skill make him an intriguing prospect, and the Seahawks are clearly betting on his development. This move also underscores something important about the Seahawks this season. They are not just relying on their starters, but are building a deep and versatile roster capable of weathering injuries and unexpected setbacks. With Jones potentially out and the importance of protecting Darnold against a tough Tampa Bay defense, Brown's addition could be a game-changer. It's a classic example of how depth and resilience are key in the NFL, especially for a team with playoff aspirations. But beyond just this game, it's fascinating to see how players like Brown, who have faced obstacles and setbacks, keep fighting for their spot in the league. It embodies the true spirit of the NFL: persistence, grit, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. And for Seahawks fans, it's a reminder that every player on that roster, no matter their background or how they got there, has a role to play in the team's success. Brown's journey is a perfect illustration of hope and determination, and it's exciting to think about what he might bring to the Seahawks in the coming weeks. Looking ahead, the Seahawks' offensive line will be under a lot of scrutiny this weekend, especially with the fierce Bucs pass rush. But if Brown gets the chance to step in, he'll be looking to prove that his journey wasn't just about overcoming adversity, but about establishing himself as a reliable option in the NFL. It's a story of perseverance, of a player who's had to fight every step of the way, and now, he might just have the opportunity to make a real impact on the Seahawks team. And let's not forget, the Seahawks are in a prime position this season. With a 3-1 record, they're competing hard in the NFC West, a division that's traditionally tough and competitive. The San Francisco 49ers have been strong, the Los Angeles Rams have shown flashes of brilliance, but Seattle has managed to stay ahead, thanks to their resilience and strategic moves. The addition of Brown, even if just for now on the practice squad, is part of a larger story of a team that's willing to do what it takes to keep pushing forward, to stay competitive, and to chase that elusive Super Bowl title. So, as we gear up for this big game against Tampa Bay, keep an eye on how the Seahawks' offensive line holds up. Watch for Brown if he gets called upon, and see how the team adapts and fights. This season has been full of surprises, and the way they handle adversity, especially along the trenches, could be the key to their success. The NFC West is fiercely competitive, and every game counts. The Seahawks are not just fighting for wins, they're fighting for respect, for playoff positioning, and for that shot at Super Bowl glory. In conclusion, this move to sign Logan Brown might seem minor on paper, but it's a testament to the Seahawks' depth, their resilience, and their unwavering focus on winning. Brown's story is one of perseverance, talent, and potential, and it's a reminder that in the NFL, opportunities can come unexpectedly, and you have to be ready to seize them. Seahawks fans, this is what makes supporting your team so exciting: the constant fight, the strategic moves, and the hope that every player can be the difference maker when it matters most. Stay tuned for more updates because the season is far from over, and with players like Brown stepping up, the Seahawks are showing they're in it to win it. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seattle Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.